Hello and welcome to the Penno Channel for this match reaction to Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Before we get into this one, if you could please like, subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the chat about what we just witnessed at Villa Park and what a result. Oh, what a result. It's been coming, man, because the last two games against Ipswich and Liverpool, the last 20 minutes, we've had chances to win the games. And it just hasn't been going over the line. We just haven't been able to find that final pass or, put it past the goalkeeper. But today was the day where it all came to plan. And we scored in the last few minutes of the game and ended up winning it. Oh, I'm so happy with that one. That was so needed. Again, it was another week of results going in our favour. Obviously, with Bournemouth losing, Fulham losing as well. City have got Liverpool tomorrow, Newcastle play Forest. And we were playing Chelsea, we were trying to chase down. It was a massive win, huge win. That was probably season defining at this moment in time, for sure. It was probably the biggest game of the season in the Premier League, that was. And we got the 3 points, massive, massive win. Let's get into the lineup. Obviously, there was 4 changes from the Liverpool game. Whole new back four except for Tyrone Mings. Cash came in for Garcia. Konsa came back, and obviously Axel Disasi couldn't play against Chelsea because it's his parent club. And then Ian Matson came in for Luca Dean. And then the final sub was Jacob Ramsey getting a start over Marcus Rashford. Surprising, that one, but I think, Marcus Rashford's still not fully fit. He's still not 100% match fit yet. So we're going to have to chop and change. But yeah, I don't mind Jacob Ramsey playing that. I think Jacob Ramsey's a great player. Anyway, obviously Chelsea set up a bit different. They kind of reverted to a 3 at times. They were playing with Gusto and Reece James on that right-hand side. And yeah, they played Pedro Neto up top. I thought first half we got it completely wrong. And Chelsea thoroughly deserved to go in at 1-0. I just thought the setup was so wrong. Because Chelsea, when you watch them this season, they struggle to break down sides. Sides get at them when they sit in their shape and then they have quick players on transition who can get at their defence, because their defence is their weak point and their goalkeeper as well. And especially today with Chelsea having no Nicholas Jackson, I thought, okay, if we drop, they have no one to play into. But instead, we played so high. And for the players that they had on the pitch in terms of Nkunku and Pedro Neto, especially Pedro Neto, that plays into his hands because he has the pace to get in behind. And I just thought we attacked it so wrong because we were playing with Rodgers and Jacob Ramsey and Asensio as our 3 behind Ollie Watkins. And that just states we're going to play through the middle. We're going to try and play through the middle of Chelsea. If they can box off the middle of the pitch, which they did with Caicedo and Fernandez in the first half, and Reece James tucking in as well, we ain't going to get any joy. And they're just going to break us on the flanks or through the middle because we're playing so high and they can play the ball over the top. There was times in that first half, Levi Colwill was literally just hoofing the ball upfield because they knew that if they got at our defence because we were so high, they'd get into space and get into chances. And that was the whole story of the first half, the amount of times they got in behind. Pedro Neto had an early chance before the first goal, and yet again, another game where Villa concede from the opposition's first shot on target. Neto gets in behind. He does Matson, absolutely does him on that side, and yeah, puts the ball across, and Enzo Fernandez is there to finish, and it's just another game. Shout out ABC Stato, he has the stats on Twitter and that, and yeah, I think that's the 17th game now this season where we've conceded from the opposition having their first shot on target, and 2 other games the opposition have scored off the rebound, off the first shot on target. So, I don't know why it is, man. I think, obviously, because the way we play, we try to limit chances, but the chances opposition do get is usually big chances. So I think that is kind of the reason that it plays into that. But we're just conceding those big chances early on in the games. And it's killing us, man. It's killing us the last few. Going 1-0 down in the last 3 games we've played, we're just setting ourselves a massive hill to climb up, man. And they continue. Chelsea, they were really good for the first 20. I thought it took us a long time to get into the game. They were stopping us from playing through the middle, and yeah, they were just killing us on the flanks. They were really killing us. And then at times as well, Konsa and Mings were pushing so high. If they were playing through, the first ball they were looking for is to play Pedro and Neto in over the top. and they had success from it a number of times. We had a few chances though. Ollie Watkins obviously had that one that came across where he took a touch and hit it, and Jorgensen made a good save from that. He had another one as well where it was blocked. It was a good block from Cucurella. That was a really good block because, you know, that was a big chance really, and Watkins was unlucky with that one again that Cucurella got across. I think the one where he brought it down, he had a bit more time from where we were sitting, and maybe if it was on TV watching it, he'd look like he was more in a better position to score. But yeah, the keeper made a good save from that one. Again, Enzo Fernandez, he had a chance that went over the bar, and then Watkins has another chance in the box again, left foot, another good save as well. Even though we had those chances, for the whole balance of that first half, it just felt like Chelsea were the better team. It felt like Maresca has got his formation correct. Playing Gusto and Reece James on that right-hand side was really nullifying us at times. Ramsey had a few bits where he got into good spaces, and obviously we love to attack down the left side. That's kind of Unai Emery's bread and butter. That's how we shape our system. We try and drag teams to the right and then quickly switch it to the left so we can break. And yeah, I thought they did well. With that. I thought, yeah, Maatsen defensively just didn't have the best first half. It happens, man. He didn't. I thought in the middle we were getting played through, and then the defence was just comical at times. The positioning, the line we were playing them on. Mings either dropping too deep, or, you know, we were just coming up too high, so high, and just letting Chelsea play over the top when that's what they want to do. If we drop into our shape more, okay, we're giving up possession, but we could, if like a Marlon and Rashford was starting, we could have transitioned on them and made that game a lot more comfortable, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, we went into half time 1-0 down. Our ball playing as well. Another reason why I thought we'd play like that is because Mings and Konza, especially Mings, are not the best at playing through the lines. When you don't have Pau Torres on the pitch, he's our best defender at playing through the lines. And when you're trying to play through the middle like that, as congested as it is, you need a centre-back who is pinpoint with his passing. And I kind of feel like that's not Mings' strength, and you're asking him to play the ball through those lines. And a number of times he either played the wrong pass or he got caught on the ball. The person he was trying to play the ball to had no time and they'd get caught on it. I just thought, yeah, tactically it just seemed a bit off. And Enzo Maresca a number of times has got us tactically. Well, I mean, Chelsea, sorry. He got us at Stamford Bridge, and I mean, last season as well, Poch kind of did us a few times as well. But we went in at half-time. I was expecting more than the changes we got, but Marcus Rashford came on. The first 10, again, it just seemed like it was more Chelsea. They had a few chances, Pedro Neto getting in. But we score, and Marcus Rashford changed that game. And you know what the big thing was with him changing the game was? It meant that Gusto couldn't get as far forward as he could first half. It's made him drop back. It made Reece James have to come and drop into that position so he couldn't cut inside as well. We were basically dragging Chelsea back now, and we were really playing in their half. And we get the goal. That lino today had a stinker. Michael Oliver, he had a shocking game, in my opinion. I've seen worse this season, but he didn't have the best of games. But the lino had a stinker. He flagged for the goal to be offside. There was 2 occasions where the ball went out of play for a throw-in, and he let it play on, and it was obvious the ball went out of play. And then there was one incident in the second half as well, where the ball quite clearly came off a Chelsea player. I think it was Cash knocked it in to the Chelsea player, or it might have been Rodgers, and it was clearly a corner. And he gave a goal kick. He had a stink. He was on the payroll. He was for Chelsea. He was one of the Bowley boys today. Yeah, because that liner was doing the madness. He flags for the offside, obviously. Matty Cash, which he's done a number of times this season. Remember the goal Watkins scored at Arsenal? And he's done it a few times since, coming inside and playing the ball with his left foot. And again, great ball. Gusto kind of gets a touch, but Rashford's in a good position. And he does well to knock it past Jorgensen, and Asensio's in there. Kind of thought he scuffed it at first, and I thought it was an own goal, but I think he gets enough connection and the ball's already over the line. Whole debacle regarding VAR, but it felt like it was going to be a goal. It did. Rashford's onside, and it's 1-1. And now this is the instance that we're at again. A game where with, say, 25, 30 minutes to go, we're drawing. The last 2 games we've been in the same position, and we've tried and tried and tried to win it, and we just haven't got that goal. Think of the chances against Liverpool after Nunez's miss, Rodgers and Marlon. You think the amount of chance we had against Ipswich, and the keeper just pulled off some mad saves. It was whether can we now, in this position, can we get the winner? Because Chelsea started to retreat at this point, and it was mad. It shows you the times now, because Chelsea's whole game plan changed. They were happy to take the point. They pushed back. They were sitting in their shape more. They were playing quite negative, time wasting. It was mad. So it was all on us to go and get the winner. Palmer has a massive chance. I think Emi does well, even though he slips, he does well to kind of put him off from initially dinking him. And it's a great block off the line. It's a great block. I think it's from Ezri Konsa. The subs were so good today again. Cash's first game back really, but Garcia just going forward, he just offers more. He offers way more. And Cash put that great ball in for Rashford, but I mean in terms of the freedom it gives for the right winger, because he'll underlap or overlap, or he'll stay stationary. He has he's a free play attack kind of right back. He can do a lot of different things in attacking areas, and it gives the right winger freedom then, because the left back is questioning where to go. And we saw that especially when Leon Bailey came on. But yeah, great sub for Garcia. And then Marlon and Rashford coming, and Marlon and Bailey coming on as well. They really took us over the line. Marlon, to me, is proving how good of an option he is, and it's kind of it's a bit of a disappointment that he can't be in the Champions League squad, because when Watkins was injured against Spurs, and today again when he came on for Watkins, his hold-up play is so good. He's so good at shielding and holding up the ball. And his interplay, he was great again, bringing people into play. It was really good. A real shrewd bit of business for Daniel Marlon. But yeah, after that Palmer chance, it was then on us. Can we go and win it? Asensio has a great chance where he dribbles inside, great footwork, and he smashes it over the bar, and you're thinking, oh, that's it now. But it's not it. Rashford, wow. The first one, he plays Daniel Marlon in. Lovely bit of play on the transition. We break well, we play it well, we play the scenario well. He rolls in Marlon, and you just want him to dink it over Jorgensen, just dink the keeper. He hits it straight at him, and you think that's the big chance gone. That's it now. But it wasn't. From that corner, I think the telepathy of Rashford and Asensio has been unreal since they've come in. There's been a number of occasions, little moves, little 1-2s that they've played. And this one again. Rashford fires that ball into him. He absolutely fires that ball into him. The pace, so he can get the shot. And he does well to twist on it and just score. He's lucky it goes under Jorgensen, but to get a connection on it and direct towards goal, it's massive. And it's just a huge win. The relief, we needed to win that game. And the 2 January loanees combining, showing what they're all about. Yeah, huge 3 points. And yeah, it was good. Asensio actually got to celebrate the goal, because obviously the first one going to VAR, I didn't get to celebrate it as much with the crowd, but yeah, the atmosphere was mad after that. Yeah, unbelievable result. We could have killed it even more at the end. Leon Bailey had a massive chance. Took too much time on it really. But overall, that second half, we blitzed them second half. Even statistically, if you look at the second half, like, we had 2 big chances, they had 0. We missed 1 big chance. Obviously, the Palmer doesn't register as a big chance on this, but you could say it was. The XG 1.74 to 0.59, more possession, more passes. Chelsea just absolutely went into their shell that second half. They didn't fancy it, and when we equalised, it was like, okay, we'll come and take the point. Whereas we were like, no, we're going to go and win it, and the substitution proves that. Cash going off, Garcia's more attacking, Marlon and Bailey coming on, get the fresh legs, and yeah, also Rashford being Rashford, and it's so good to see, and it's so good to see that he's like performing, and it's with us. It's mad. Massive result before going into Palace in midweek, which is going to be a big game again, and they're striking hot away from home, but at home they're not as good. But yeah, so happy we can enjoy this one, dine out on it for the next few days. My man of the match for this one, another person who I haven't shouted out, Lamar Bogard. Obviously Tyrone Mings went off, and how can I forget his performance? He was exceptional. He's not a centre back. He's not. He's a DM naturally. That is his position. That's what he states his position. But the way he's had to come in at times this season, and you know, filling up right back at the start of the season, and then playing centre back at times, find himself at the team, even though, you know, against Spurs when he came in at centre back, he had a good performance, except for the last bit with Tal's goal. But today was flawless, absolutely flawless, and his ball playing ability is underrated. He plays the right passes at the right times. I thought he had a great game. So yeah, the subs were spot on today. Man of the match. Oh, it's a tough. I think you give it Asensio just for the 2 goals, but yeah, there's some good performances in those attacking areas. Rashford was quality. He really was. Yeah, I think you give it Asensio there. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this one. I had to get this vid out for sure, because much needed 3 points, and yeah, we go on to the next one. As always, if you could subscribe as well. There's a lot of you who are watching and not subscribed, 70-80% of you, so please do subscribe. Really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments as well about this one. It's so good that we've managed to get it over the line and get the 3 points, and that should build confidence now that we're more than capable of matching anyone, as we showed in midweek, but matching a side who are going for top 4, top 5 European spots and beating them. Anyway, up the Villa, have a good night, and see you on the next one.